reform people who are anti-immigrant. Start kicking people out who are fucking racist. Because it doesn't look good when you've just got a bunch of racists standing behind you if you're actually trying to critique immigration. Like, you need to sort this. You need to be kicking out these people. You need to be kicking out people like Sarah Pochin, who was literally just racist on the radio. Like, because no one is going to fucking take you seriously if you're just outright incorporating these people into your movement. It's fine to be, like, skeptical about immigration. However, you've actually got to go, hey, who are we actually supporting? And if you turn around and it's fucking Nick Fuentes and Tommy Ten Names, reevaluate. Because it's getting to the point of ridiculousness.
Okay, so I'm going to put it out straight away. I'm quite happy with immigration. Legal immigration. I think they do wicked things for the country. They, you know, we've got some of the best doctors, lawyers, etc., etc. What I don't agree with, and this is going to probably piss some people off, and I'm really sorry, but
it's okay.
If you've got boat after boat after boat full of men fleeing war-torn countries and saying, we can't live there, it's too dangerous, why are there no women and why are there no children, or minimal women and minimal children? Because it's, for me, I'm a mum, I'm disabled, I've got MS, I struggle, and I'm scared to go out, I'm scared in case somebody attacks me, I'm scared that somebody's going to attack my dog, to the point I take her to school, and she's 15. She doesn't like it, but I take her to school and I pick her up, because if I'm sitting at home and something happens to her, I would never forgive myself. And I just don't understand why it feels like they can come in, they can do what they want, they can rape, they can beat, they can murder.
Try to censor your language, say grape, just TikTok rules.
Sorry.
No, you're
my
good.
Apologies.
Yeah, I mean, if I might just butt in, for the same reason that you take your daughter to school every day is why refugees are mostly men. It's because the routes they take are often run by traffickers. So sending women and children through these routes actually makes them more susceptible, basically, to be trafficked. So what they do is they send men over first, and then I think it's suspended right now, but they did use the Family Reunification Act in the UK to make sure that their family could be basically transported from wherever they are to the UK. So the reason that refugees tend to be men, or the people that we see on boats tend to be men, is actually the exact same reason that you care for your daughter.
Okay, I get that. Okay, okay, I did not know that, and I'll be honest.
That's all good.
I'm not racist. I'm not anti anything. But when you don't feel safe going to the supermarket, or your kid going out to play, or meeting up with her friends, because yesterday when I picked her up from school, there was a male of not English descent, and that's all I'm going to say, because, again, with your TikTok rules and stuff, he was not there to pick up a child. He was walking round the car park, stopping and talking to not just girls, but boys as well.
Yes.
And he was escorted off the school grounds.
Right.
But he's escorted off school grounds, and he just waits down the street. And that, to me, is not safe.
No, 100%.
I'm like,
yeah, good.
This is not right. This is not safe. This is not healthy. And nobody came. Nobody cared. But if I just said, there's a white person burning the Quran, they'd have been there in seconds. And that's my argument. It's like
I
they
mean,
can come in and do what they want,
mm.
and we're not safe. But if we do something against them, we are sent down. We
No,
are.
in that situation, you were definitely right to call the police, because that is, well, fundamentally, that's a creep outside of your child's school. I think you are absolutely right, and I think the police have failed you there, if they haven't done anything but, you know, sort of just tell the person to fuck off. I absolutely agree with you, that person, you know, is a danger, and should be definitely investigated. I don't know that it helps to just recognize their ethnicity, though. Like, either way, I think that person is a PDF, you know, like, no matter where they come from, which is kind of the angle I would take. Is crime. It doesn't really matter what ethnicity does the crime.
No.
We can, like, look at stats and go, hey, you know, this person is more likely to, because of the land that they come from, and other things like that. But that's not really fair, you know. You can't really go, oh yes, a bunch of people from your land have done this thing, therefore you have done this thing. So I don't know if it helps, you know.
Yeah, I get that. I do. I get that. Never tar everybody in the same brush. It's like, just because he did it doesn't mean everybody's going to. But it happens a lot. You know, there was a case where a 15-year-old girl was on the news the other day, and what makes me angry is she's 15. She was sexually assaulted. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that.
Try and say SA if you can, but
Sorry. Okay.
you're good.
So, sorry. She waived her anonymity to speak to GB News. I saw the interview. I think she's a very, very brave young lady.
Definitely.
And the judge, no, the barrister that was representing him was like, he's from Afghanistan, it's normal there, blah, blah, blah. And the judge was like, no, I'm not having it. I'm sick of hearing all this. And he was sent down for, I think, about 10 years. And when he comes out,
I think it should be more, but
I agree.
yeah.
I totally agree. Because from now to the end of time, that young lady is going to have that in the back of them. Yeah, it's going to live with her.
Exactly.
Is she going to feel safe going out? Is she going to feel safe going, you know, she's 15.
I think
18, we all went out and we all got drunk. At 21, we went out, we had parties, we did nightclubs, blah, blah, blah. And for her, is she ever going to be the same again? And that is what makes me angry. Exactly.
And I think you're right. You're putting the anger where it should be as well. Like, that's where our anger should be. Like, people who do that to other people should be sent away for much more than 10 years. And that's why I think changing the sentencing guidelines for that kind of thing, because I've heard, like, there was a man who was training to be a gynecologist, who basically SA'd one of the people he was examining. And the judge in that fucking case went and said, this is going to ruin his career. And you're like, no shit, this is going to ruin his career. He SA'd someone. Like, the outrage, I 100% agree with. I just think it should be more focused on everyone getting, SA'd. We should basically stick up for victims a lot more than we do in this country.
I totally agree. And that doctor was from Birmingham. And I will point out, I live about 15 miles from Birmingham, and the place is a shithole.
But Birmingham has a lot of problems, right? Because of the bin stuff is what I've heard.
Yeah, that's awful, and it is a nightmare. But the other issue which I have with Birmingham is they're trying to turn Aston, where the football ground is, into an Islamic State. Now, How the
Okay.
hell do they get away with this shit? Because I'm sorry, it's Birmingham, it's Aston, it's our second city. How dare they come in and say, no, this is Islamic now. You can come in, you can follow our rules, but we're going to do Sharia law, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. And I'm sorry, it's bullshit.
I haven't heard of anyone calling for Sharia law really at all. I mean, I think most, even Muslims, wouldn't like particular bits of Sharia law. But I'd be interested if you have any information on that, because I know there's like different bits of Sharia law. So technically, like the civil bit is fine. That's to do with like weddings and stuff. But the criminal bit, most people, and especially in the UK, don't really follow. I mean, I think there's probably more people of the Muslim faith in this country, and in that particular area, but I don't know if that's necessarily turning it that way. I mean, if you look, most Muslims in the UK actually believe in things like gay marriage should be legal. So clearly there's like some sort of integration that's happening. But I'd be keen to look at any information that you have.
I don't actually have anything that I can show you, but
That's right. Just like message me later if you find anything.
yeah.
But yeah, would you like to say anything else?
No, that's it really.
Perfect. Well, have a good day. And I definitely support the cause. We should definitely be upping sentencing guidelines in the UK, especially for people that do SA. Have a great day.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
Right. I was just wondering, because you were saying that illegal migrants should be welcomed, and this is like pretty
Not
crazy,
really.
to be fair, that you'd say this, because
I'd still say you have
my
to be
family members' life.
legal. No?
Yeah. Well, yeah, go on. Anyway, because my family member's life has basically been destroyed by being bought here.
Can you try and say
by
like
Asian
rugs
men,
if you
something
can,
called
just
monk
for
dust.
censoring?
Oh,
TikTok
sorry,
language.
my bad.
You're all good.
By horrible rugs, yeah. And she's a completely different person now.
Right.
It's horrible to see, because it's my family member, and she doesn't act the same and nothing. Like, she says there's like people spying on her and shit, man. Like, it's horrible.
Yeah.
It's really sad to see. And because she says every time someone's ever bought it to her, it's always been an Asian man. And I don't know, it's horrible, man. Absolutely horrible.
Yeah.
They should all be deported.
I mean, the people like selling rugs, 100%. Well, unless they're UK citizens, obviously we can't deport them. But like, if they're, they should go to prison.
Yeah.
100%.
Well, a lot of
Yeah.
them bring it over. Yeah.
Well, if you have evidence, I would.
Because they don't get checked. And
I mean, everyone
I
gets.
must say, it's
checked.
horrible to see, because when it's your family member, it's vile.
Yeah, I mean, everyone gets
Anyway,
checked unless they're sneaking in which case, 100% deport.
Yeah. So another reason why, basically in America, they bring fentanyl over through
Oh, I know
the
about this
border,
one.
and
Actually,
basically
most
when it gets there,
fentanyl is brought over by US citizens.
yes, because it's right next to the US, and a lot of the people in the US are going to sell drugs because it's a US country, is it or is it not?
If you can,
the
use
illegal
the term
migrants
rugs.
actually. So
If you can. No, actually, illegal people
my
are like.
bad, again, sorry.
I think they're more likely to be searched, and therefore that's why basically Americans do the most transferring drugs.
But I
over the
suppose if
border.
they're illegal, then they won't be searched.
Oh well,
Because they get through illegally. So
even if you're, I mean there is that, but also even if you're not an American citizen, you're more likely to be searched.
I'm not trying to take your life down. I've just seen a comment now. I'm not trying to take your life down, mate.
No,
I'm not.
you're all good. You're all good. I
Bloody
don't. I don't think you are at all. I think your outrage is right, but maybe at the wrong things. Because I don't even know if immigrants do the most amount of rug use in this country. I think it's probably just
No,
English people
genuinely,
in general.
I promise you, mate.
Hmm?
Like, a lot of the times, if a lot of the drug dealers that don't get caught,
Thank you.
it's mostly Asian men, because the white men often get snitched on a lot because the neighbours
Ooh.
and stuff, and you know what I mean. It's quite like England's quite a close community. You know what I mean. A lot of the people know each other around the area. So
I don't know if I particularly
Yeah.
agree with that, but also you can be English and then like it would be like ethnically Asian, like they're still English people. They're just like not
yeah,
white
yeah,
English people. You know?
could be born here, but
Yeah. Exactly. So I don't know if it's those people you might be speaking about, but also it's still going to be in the UK, especially. It's still going to be, if it's a rug problem, just statistically because of the amount of people we take up, it's going to be white English people a lot of the time. But I
Yeah.
agree, there's a massive problem with rugs, and it sounds like you're going through a very personal problem with rugs as well.
And a lot of the
you know.
times, do you know when they're in their hotels, they get
Yeah.
Uber Eats jobs that are illegal, and that's slowly
Yeah.
taking money out of our economy, and I feel like it's destroying the country even more. Like
Well,
genuinely,
they spend the money in the economy, so I don't know if we necessarily lose it. But also,
no, they're illegal
that's-
Uber Eats drivers.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
so they're earning the money illegally.
yeah. But also, they have to spend that money. So where are they going to spend
Yeah.
it? In local shops and different things. So that money is technically still moving, but I agree, illegally, which is bad. The problem is the immigrant is not the person
Yeah.
to blame there. That's the person being like victimized almost. The person to blame there is Uber Eats for hiring people illegally. Like they should be shut down if you're found out to have
No.
an illegal immigrant who you know
The
is
fake accounts,
not illegal immigrant.
they're fake accounts, mate.
Oh, okay. So they're being tricked, basically.
So basically, someone with an account, so someone with an account passes this account to somebody else, and then they get their account, and then they work
If
off that
they
fake
get
account
their
under a fake
account-
name, and then they slowly earn money.
If they get their account, then I think that person can be investigated, and therefore that's a crime. Because I think you'd probably
Yeah.
have to give
And
over
that's if they
if
get their
you're
account, you know what I mean?
yeah. But I think if you work for a company, even as like an indirect employer, they still need to basically check that you can work, and asylum seekers cannot work. I mean that's just someone within the company committing a crime.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course. And
I
see a
don't
lot
know
of,
whether I would blame sorry, not illegal immigrants, blame asylum seekers for this though, because well they just want money to be able to like provide for either their family or themselves.
I ain't blaming them
you know?
for it. I really ain't.
Mm.
I ain't blaming them for it, because I'd do the same if I come from a pretty bad country and I wanted to get away. But the thing is, they don't know it, but they're slowly destroying this country by coming over and doing the things that they do in their country, and that's why it's been destroyed. You get me?
I mean, some of them do, but like that's always going to be the case, right? Just like, well, I know for a fact that native-born people are more likely to do crime than immigrants. So there's always going to be the bad apples, but I don't think that means we should
And
get
that's
rid of the
because they
good
feel
apples.
comfortable here, I'd say.
Well, no, if you
Yeah.
feel comfortable here,
And
you're
well,
probably joining more in the I don't like these things happening to victims, right?
yeah, true. And me personally, I don't suppose you know a place called Stoke-on-Trent. That's where I'm from. And there's a place called Newcastle, and basically a lot of them get holed up in the university accommodation there. And basically at night time, because it's quite a lively place, there's a lot of clubs there and stuff.
Mhm.
I went there one time with my mates and that. We all had a drink and that. And I got threatened by one personally with a knife. And this is just
Jeez.
from personal experience. I'm not trying to be racist. I have black friends. But yeah, it was pretty horrible to experience, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, threatening by anyone I don't know if their race or ethnicity would change it much for me, right? That's a horrible experience. Like,
yeah, of
all
course,
the time.
of course. You're still gonna get bad apples, like you said.
Yeah. So, like, I don't know the relevance of mentioning someone's ethnicity, because the overall threatening or the overall, rug crimes that you were speaking at earlier, that's what we need to be dealing
but
with, not whether
The
someone's
chances are
from
they could
this
have been a
different
migrant,
soil.
and that adds to the statistic. You know what I mean?
I mean, it does, but however, if we didn't have that migrant, there is a higher chance that a native person probably does that crime.
Yes, because they're born here. Isn't that like a well-known thing?
Yeah.
Because you're gonna get crime in a place where you've lived all your life. Are you not?
Yeah.
Exactly. So I don't get.
Well, so if
how
your main problem is
it's
crime,
adding to it. Do you not
no,
see
no,
that?
it's
adding
not.
to
It's not, because
the
if
more
you had a native
statistics
person,
of crime by more
Right.
people doing it.
hang on, I'll explain this to you. If you had a native
Yeah.
person within their place, which is probably what would happen, we'd have to make birth rates basically skyrocket in the UK. That person is more likely to do a crime.
Yeah.
So actually, what you want to be looking for, if you want less crime, is immigrants.
Inbreds, did you just say?
Immigrants.
Oh, sorry, mate. Didn't see that.
There you go.
Yeah, fair enough, man. Good argument there.
It's a tricky one, and it's
I'll listen to
the
that.
difference is like. Well, actually, I don't quite know the difference. I know immigrants in general basically have a negative effect on crime, but it's only like minus 0.03% or something. So it's not a massive difference. But in terms of who's doing crime the most, it tends to be native born people, and not because of any fault of their own, but because they tend to feel more comfortable doing that, and I think are more likely to get away with it, and also to have less at stake, because obviously if you're an immigrant, you do a crime, you can also get deported.
Yeah, of course. And especially around my area a lot, I've been seeing a lot of shoplifting. Like people of, like a lot of drug addicts kind of shoplift a lot around my area. And oftentimes, they go and sell it on to these illegal businesses. What's it called? Money laundering. They go and sell it on to these money laundering shops around my area, often run by people that have migrated here.
Again,
So I
if you're
personally think
talking
that
about
doesn't go at all.
crime, 100% I'm with you. The problem is you're irrationally linking crime to immigration, when actually they're not linked. Like, it's just whoever will do a crime will do a
How?
crime, no matter what kind of soil
Listen, the
they're from.
more migrants we take in, the more crime goes up because the higher population.
No, do you know crime is going down right now? Like, overall crime in the
America,
UK is
yes.
going down, and even when we saw big amounts of people coming,
There's
over
no
boats
way.
or
In
coming
my
over.
area, there's so much
If you
crime.
can-
People's houses are getting broken into, people's bikes are getting robbed out the garden, everything. It's horrible where I live. I'm telling
Yeah,
you.
where
it's
you
absolutely
live,
vile. If you come to live
crime may
around
have
my
gone up.
area,
Hang on.
you'd actually see.
Yeah, where you live, crime may have gone up. However, that might be a specific problem with your area. For example, if the schools are lacking funding within your area, this is more likely that children in the area get swept up by gangs who are more likely to do crimes. And that can be, sociologically evaluated. However, just blaming immigrants is never going to help you, because if it was immigrants' problem, we would probably see this nationwide. We would probably see in places up and down the country that crime would be going up. This is not what we see at all. Like, you can actually look at, there was
I personally think it is.
I think statistically you have to face the argument here and go, hey, look, it may be in my area this thing is happening. However, nationally it seems that crime is going down. So we can't really blame immigrants for crime.